Alright, so here's our second video, and this video I want to show Mark my list of items.
Again, we just finished the last video. I don't know if Jack is going to upload these one after the other. Chances are he would.
Yeah.
So hi again.
Okay, so what's happening now is I've showed some of you who are watching this that I've been working on this really big list of Walmart items, right? And so this is, I remember after our Skype call, I changed my default quantity to 10, right? Okay. And so some sales for like 6-10 items, they have been insanely profitable. I had a $220 sale that I profited like $130 after fees and everything. Wow. It's insane.
And that's because it was a cheap item that had...
Yeah, exactly. It was priced to pay $6 of shipping for every single quantity. Somebody bought 10 of them. So that's 60 additional bucks of profit, and I don't even have to pay the shipping.
Oh, that was after we talked about the multiple.
Yeah. I didn't even think of that, and you know, it's another way to take advantage of having a bigger account. Yeah. So what I'm going to do now is show you how. Okay, I've made this list of 170,000 Walmart URLs. Yeah, and these are unique Walmart URLs. Every single one of these items is below $35. So all of them would be priced for shipping, and if they sell, they would. I want to make it. All I need is like one of those multi-quantity sales a day, and then I'm set. You know, so I'm trying to figure out how to make up for that, because especially with bulk, your sell-through rate is shit, right?
Yeah. Hold on, I'm gonna turn the eggs off.
No worries. So.
Is it boiling? Okay. Now I usually leave them to boil 45 minutes and just leave it in the hot water. Because
45 minutes?
No, for 5 minutes.
Oh shit! Those are some hard eggs. But yeah, so I've made this list of items, and the way I generated this list is by going to. I can actually just do this real quick. So I go to. We don't need this anymore. Let's make a new window. New window. Come on, you can do it. There's too much shit going on right now. One second. So I go to Walmart.com, and I hope the internet's working okay right now.
Are you connected to Malibu or Malibu 6?
I think Malibu 6, yeah.
Malibu's faster.
Alright, and then I'll search for something like supply. If my thing loads, supply. Because Walmart shows you search results either 20 per page or 40 per page. So I've gotten pretty good at figuring out which ones are 40 per page, because those are easier to work with, because you can gather the results twice as fast. And so you look here, Walmart has almost 2 million results for this, but that's with no filters at all. So every single one of the items on this list is a 2-day shipping item, and this is because 2-day shipping items on Walmart, if you use this filter, it eliminates a lot of the problematic drop-shipped items from
from the
that take a while to sell. Yeah, and you can, because Walmart, there's marketplace sellers, but there are items that say that they're for sale from Walmart.com, but they're actually a drop-shipping agreement, and you can usually tell the difference because those ones say 3 to 5 shipping.
Yeah, there's an item that I've sold maybe more than 1,000 of them. That's a drop-ship item.
Yeah.
It's a metal shelf if you motherfuckers want to go like that.
So what I'll do is I find some big search result like this, and okay, so this now, it went from 2 million to 91,000, so we eliminated, you know, a huge amount of them. And this is now only 2-day shipping items, but this doesn't have a price range. So what I've done for this is everything above $5 and below $35. And
you want only items that you pay for shipping.
Exactly, yeah. And most for my pricing, the way it works, I use a 1.4 multiplier, and if that doesn't cause an increase of at least $10, then it gets increased by $10. So for cheap items, I have a really high markup. And I have theories about that. But so now
Before I met you, and before I looked through your videos, I thought you were just a fucking lunatic.
Yeah. I think a lot of people think that. It's interesting because I get judged a lot, and then people spend some time with me, and they're like, "Oh, you're kind of interesting." You know?
Right, no, but I mean, I get judged a lot too, right? So we get judged for like
different things.
Yeah. But so that's kind of cool. But yeah, and it's funny that I judge you when I get judged every day. Right?
Yeah. I mean, it's just human, you know. All right, so now we know that in this search result, there's no point in doing the Walmart.com filter to eliminate the marketplace sellers because I already did that with the 2-day shipping, so it's just redundant. So this is just an example. This is one of the URLs that I started with, and then I can capture I can capture 30,000 of these results.
Why?
Because the way that I have to narrow the search down, Walmart will only show you 1,000 items at a time. So yeah, it says that there's 58,000 results, but if I go to the bottom here, this is 40 per page, it only shows you 25 pages.
Right, so that's 1,000. Okay.
Yeah, so what you can do to work around that is to make different price bands. So instead of $5 to $35, we'll do $5 to $6. And the reason you can only capture 30,000 in this scenario is because you can't look at all the items between like $3.50 and $5. It has to be rounded numbers. So since I'm looking at $5 to $35, there's $30 in that range. So I can only capture 1,000 of each dollar range, if that makes sense.
Okay.
So that's just how I originally created this list. I know a couple of other keywords that I used, and this is how you you get a general sense of the kinds of items that you're posting. But you know, their supply could mean a whole lot of different shit, you know.
Right.
So I just looked for results that have or searches that have a whole bunch of different results. So then I've made this this list here. And so if you guys have never seen this software before, this is Sublime Text. It's similar to Atom or something like that. They're bulk text editors. So in a traditional text editor, you can only look at you can have one cursor, right? Like you just like move it around, yeah? In a bulk text editor, you can have as many cursors as you want, right? So what I'm going to do now is show you how I I
already know what you're going to do.
Yeah, I don't optimize my items. So I get around that by doing kind of a bulk optimization. And instead of optimizing your items, what you do is you get rid of the items that are associated with problems. And so for bulk, you can't post variations. It doesn't, because of the software.
I don't post variation either.
Yeah, it's just not
SKUgrid doesn't track variation.
Exactly, yeah. At least not well. You have to like go do it individually, and it's a headache. So what I do is I do like Control F, and then a lot of variations have the word multiple. So we look for multiple, and we have, there's only 600 results. So what we can do now is I did Control F and Alt Enter, so now every occurrence of the word multiple in this list is highlighted. But we need to delete the whole line that it's in, right? So I've only done this on a non-laptop. I need to find the home. Okay, so we click home, and then we hold Shift, and then we go to end. And so what this did is it highlighted the whole line that keyword occurred in, and then we just delete them. So now there's no instances of the keyword multiple anymore. See? So what I do is I go through, and that's just one of the keywords I want to eliminate. But now, while I'm here with you, I wanted to see if there's any, like, what items do you have problems with?
Like I used to sell a lot of TVs, but I get a lot of returns, so I took it down.
Television. And then one I have issues with is anything related to bed or quilt or comforter. Yeah, because they're so often different sizes, and that just causes me issues. So I just get rid of all of them because I'm starting with a list of 180,000. I could eliminate 3/4 of this list, and still post a bunch of items. So it makes more sense to be really picky in this.
Yeah, but you should get someone to write software to do this stuff instead of using a bulk text editor.
Yeah.
And it would take all of a week.
Yeah.
Anyway, go ahead. That's why I don't want you to leave on Saturday, but that's not true.
Yeah, I wish unfortunately, anyway, that's a separate thing. I'm trying to think of...
Alright, so what would you do with this? You just delete... You'll do the same thing. Search through for these keywords, delete the line?
Delete everything, yeah, and then I have this, like, big list. And so this list is too big. I'm not going to post all of this at once. What I'll do is I'll just take, like, the first 10,000 of them. But another thing that you can do with a text editor is because we don't really have a good sense of what kind of items these are. And so I'm going to scroll out, right? Because you don't really need to read it too much. The viewers won't be able to see this a whole lot. But what we can do is sort all of these items alphabetically.
Yeah, because you guys are working and the guys want to work on the corporate thing, but it won't, like, come get
I'll come and get you and do the video. Alright, sweet.
So what I'm going to do is alphabetize the list. And what this does is most of the time the brand name is the first word in the list, right? So normally
what you could do also to get rid of stuff is, and this is why you need software, right? You can have a bureau list and automatically search for all the brands and take
that's what it would be awesome to just have software where there's a field where you put in all the keywords you want eliminated, and then it just gets rid of all of them.
And that would not take that long to make.
Yeah.
I guess we will get some Jack software in a couple months.
And so the alphabetizing thing is great because it helps you see, like, these aren't links.
Yeah, you're going to surf at 2? You're going to surf at 2?
Yeah.
How are you getting there, you know?
I don't know. We can take it out together.
No, just take the...
Yeah, we'll figure it out. You guys are going to go shopping.
I'm not
going.
Alright, shoot.
So one reason I like alphabetizing this, I understand that, you know, there's software to do this quicker, but it helps me get a sense of what's in this list.
Because you can see baby, Batman.
Yeah, exactly. With bulk, you want to avoid having a whole bunch of items that are the same.
And you have a ton of Batman Lego.
Yeah, that's fine because it's just like if we scroll down this list, you'll get to points where would 3 be? Do you know the 3D Rose brand? So it's 3D Rose is a brand that Walmart sells, and all it is objects with images printed on them. And I swear it takes up like 30% of the items that Walmart sells. So if we search for it, 3D Rose. Yeah, we have almost 14,000 results, right? So I don't want any of those. I want to get rid of all of them. So I'm going to do the same thing I did earlier and just Alt Enter, and then function, home, function, end, and then...
I have a video we have to do together for my channel.
Sounds good. I think at this point I've shown what I want to show.
That's crazy.
It's cool, right?
That's fucking cool. So I still think Jack is a lunatic. I'm a lunatic too. But he's a structured lunatic. There's
a little bit
direction in the madness. There's organization. That's interesting. I still don't want you to leave because I think if we spend time together, we could tweak what you're doing and make actually a lot of money doing it that way also.
Yeah, right now I'm not making, but like my sales I was used to like between like $1,500 and $3,000 a day. And now it's like I'm doing between like 600 and 1,000, and like that's.
And what's your margin? My margin?
I don't actually know. I have a feeling of how much money I could spend and how much money I shouldn't spend.
Jack, alright, let's not put this on video.
Alright, guys.
But Jack is fucking nuts. Subscribe, motherfuckers.
Bye.
Later.